Hello, guys. Welcome to GoalLine Gab, episode 1. Here, your hosts, Chris and Alex. And why soccer's beautiful game needs more Gab. Match week number 8 just passed. So we're going to dive into it with the first game. It's going to be Nottingham Forest versus Chelsea, 0-3. Chris, do you have anything to add?
Sean Dice is in now. I guess Forrest is firmly in the let's not get relegated camp. It's not looking too good for them. I mean, granted it's early, but 25% of the season is already gone out of the way. And if you're in that neighborhood, Sean Dice is your man, I guess.
Yeah, that means that they don't have too many hopes, right? They don't want to go for something to push for. They're playing in the European league this year, so I guess they don't want to go for something more. Um, I don't know,
Sexy?
more exciting. So they went for the safest net,
Do you
which
blame
is
them?
right. Hmm?
Do you blame them?
I mean, I blame them. I blame the owner that he went um, and had Nuno fired after what 3 games.
Don't you think that makes no sense to me, that decision of getting rid of him? I understand that Nuno maybe in the past it didn't go well for him, maybe towards the end with Wolves, and then the Spurs opportunity came, and it didn't seem like he was a good fit for that. But it seems to me, considering the season they had last season, and it's a long season. This
Right.
you get a couple of good games together, it looks different, the table for you, right? It seems to me like they pulled the trigger very, very, very quick with
I mean, definitely. I think there are some history or something. Something didn't
between
went
them.
right between the owner and Spirito Santos, the way I like
Makes
to call
sense.
him. But I don't know any details. But anyways, we are here now. I don't see them very well. What do you think?
They look a little bit all over the place.
Right,
The again, it's early days, and now with Sean Dice, you know what type of football Sean Dice is gonna play.
right.
Very pragmatic, try to defend at all costs, take no risks, long balls, just the same way he had with Everton.
Yeah, but that's
Uh,
what I was about to say. He struggled a little bit with Everton. Everton's all the time saved themselves in the last few games. So
yeah, but Everton didn't have a good team 2 years ago. I mean, that he kept them up. He kept them up. I mean,
at least this
Sean Dice is the
team,
new Big Sam, right?
yeah, at least this team, Nottingham Forest, they made it to Europa League, right? So it's the same team. They didn't lose anybody except Elanga, I think. So
No, they didn't lose anybody. Nobody of note.
except Elanga, no,
It's
Elanga went to Newcastle.
yeah, except Langa. I mean, who do they got next week? I mean, I'm sure we're gonna get into that, but it's looking tricky for them. Um, Granted, like I said, it's early days, but the table starts to take shape, and you start to say, like, these 4 or 5 teams, they're gonna be there permanently. It's gonna be a little switching between them, if that, but. Uh, I think Forest have enough quality overall to maybe get themselves a little bit out of it, but it's going to be a long season for them.
They
It's going to
have
be a long
quality
season.
players. They have quality players. That's for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure all other big teams they wanna snap some of them, some of those players, right?
Yeah.
All right, so let's go to the next one. Brighton Newcastle. For me, it's a big surprise. 2-1.
I don't know if I would call it a surprise. Brighton seemed to me very inconsistent with their results that they're having. The games that
Right.
you expect them to maybe get something out of, they're not really getting something out of it. And then they pull a shock, like they pulled against City, right?
Correct. Correct.
Um, But Brighton are a solid mid-table club. You know,
Mm.
they're gonna hover anywhere from 8 to 12. That 8 to 11 to 12. Those
I'll
type of
say,
teams, they can get.
unfortunately, because I'm not a big fan of them. Actually, I like the way they operate and the system they created, but it's a club with no history. So there are other clubs that they deserve to be in the Premier League, and I wish those clubs would have
They're just a
implemented.
factory.
Correct. They have implemented Brighton system, which so far it's doing very good. Reminds me of Benfica or Ajax in the past.
I mean, listen, when you have your number one customer being Chelsea, I mean, I don't know how much they made off of Chelsea the last few years. What is it like?
300 million
300
maybe?
million?
Right.
Something like that. I mean, there's only so long that system can take you. It reminds me of Southampton a few years back ago when they were just
Right.
producing players and players and
They
selling
had
them
Van
all.
Dijk, Shaw,
Shaw,
right,
Mane,
Van Dijk.
Henderson. They had some good players. Southampton were a solid team.
Yeah, and they were playing in the Europa League, I think,
If I'm
or
not
something.
mistaken, yeah.
Yeah.
It just reminds me. Brighton seems to me like a club that's never really gonna go too much, never gonna pose much of a threat, to be quite honest with you, in terms of breaking in anywhere serious. But
They had a pretty good season. Like I think it was what, like
2
2 years
years
ago
ago,
with the Derby.
2 years
Well,
ago,
actually, I think they played some European
they
competition.
went into the Europa League.
Exactly. So there you
I think they
go.
went into the knockouts. They went decent into the knockouts.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Pretty
Yeah,
good.
again, they're a decent mid-sized club that is going to get you the shock result. They're capable of getting you a shock result, okay, home or away. And then they're fallible against teams that you think they're not going to. I think Newcastle is still trying to find their way a little bit. I
After
think
Isaac,
they have
how would you say Isaac or Isaac?
Isaac.
Isaac, Isaac.
Isaac. I think they had a very horrible summer time off. I don't think if you rewind back to the end of last season, everybody kind of knew that Isak wanted to is in that
Right,
motion of leaving to Liverpool. That was
right,
that was that was out in the air already, okay?
right.
But I don't think they expected to have that situation unravel on them, and it would just seem like instead of going forward, which they seem to have the momentum to go forward,
Right.
it seemed like they took a step backward too. Okay.
They want to act
Um,
like a big club, I guess, like to say, "Hey,
they
this
are a
is a
big
big
club.
club here." Yeah, 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 yeah.
They are a
Yeah,
big club.
I'm not saying
They
they're
got great fans. They might
yes,
not have the history of winning things, but they got great
very
fans. They used to
very
play
long
great
ago,
football.
very
They
long
were
ago.
always an exciting team to watch, in my opinion, for the most part. The late
Right.
90s, early 2000s, I thought they were a very exciting club to watch. You
Sure,
remember them, Aspria, Robert, Ginola,
correct. Yeah,
Shearer,
yeah.
my favorite of all
Right.
time, and me personally. I think they are a good club to play for. I think they just took a step back, and I think the summer was a setback for them. But I think they'll be okay. Now, where they finish, time will tell. But
We're gonna talk about more about that when we're gonna go over the
yeah,
table and see where they are positioned. But yeah, they're they're. I think they're gonna be fine, but they need to find that. Um,
cohesion.
they already have that. No, they only switch one player or two players or three players. I think you have this Voltamade
No,
guy, which is
no, it's
replacing
kind of like they
Isaac.
need to
You have
find their
Alanga.
identity. And,
You have
huh?
Alanga, which doesn't make any impact to them. And then you have Visa that didn't even play, I think.
No,
But yeah, they're gonna be fine.
they have one hell of a midfield though.
Oh yeah, oh
They
yeah.
have one hell of a. I really like their midfield. Um, I think they'll be fine. I don't think they're gonna have an amazing season, probably like last season, but
They can do a
the,
transplant to United. United,
yeah, very much welcome. I'll take it. What do you
definitely.
think about the Crystal Palace Bournemouth result?
Oof. To me,
That was
those
a
are
nice one.
the most hot teams right now in the Premier League. To be honest,
The shock packages so far, right? I
exactly.
like
And
Bournemouth.
the
I like
the
Bournemouth.
thing that they finished 3-3, it was an impressive game. To be honest with you, very nice to watch. And
They're two solid teams. And
exactly.
they're going to I think
And
they're gonna surprise a few big teams too.
And Raola happens to be one of my favorite coaches
Yeah.
to do, and I know him since he was in Spain at Rayo Vallecano, and he did an amazing job there. And but yeah, and this guy, the Austrian guy, the coach from Crystal Palace, he took them from nowhere, like relegation zone, and since then he
FA
was like
Cup.
keep winning and not losing. And until recently they lost, um but they were like 18 games without losing.
I mean, I don't think you're not gonna expect them to finish up where they are now, but I think that they are solid top half of the table. I think comfortable.
can they
I mean,
can
there are a few other
definitely
teams, but
they can definitely go for any European league
they
competition
got a decent chance. They got a maybe an outside chance of Europa, but
or conference league. Yeah,
Conference
and
League.
Crystal Palace already plays there, so yeah, they went through the cup, but regardless, it's still a European competition, you know. But
Yeah, why not?
long term, let's see how they play those, right? Because they don't have that experience yet. So they're
I mean,
playing
I'm sure it's gonna be a drag on them too a little bit, you know.
probably towards the mid season, you know?
Towards the
Depends how they do.
towards the
Yeah,
Christmas season, it'll get tough on them. But
correct,
again, I Crystal Palace look very solid.
correct,
The manager looks very tactically astute,
correct.
and Bournemouth to me they just play very simple, very functional. I know you don't agree with me, but I think they were very unlucky against Liverpool. I think they could have got something out of that game.
I mean, yeah, but when you lose 4-2, even if
I
it was
know.
and they were 2 goals behind, the beginning was 2-0 for
This is me
Liverpool.
being biased.
Right.
This is
I
me
mean,
being
yeah,
biased.
definitely. They put a very nice fight. They put a decent fight. They
I think
proved
they did.
they're a good team. They can create chances. They had actually more chances before. In the first half, they had more chances than Liverpool, but Liverpool got 2 goals out of nowhere, like usually, like lucky pool, you know, and lucky pool instead of Liverpool. So yeah, it is what it is. But we're gonna talk about Liverpool when the time comes. So let's talk about Man City and Everton.
Yeah, I think Haaland is on fire. I think a Haaland that is firing on all cylinders. I think it's dangerous for everybody and very good for City. I think it was another very routine victory. Simple. You expected it. It's expected of a club like City to win these games and to just go through it, get the 3 points, get out of there. I don't think City are the City that they were. I
Yeah,
think
that's what I was about to add. I mean, like last season, we wouldn't say this about City, right? You expecting to win this game or that game. But also, Haaland was not playing much last season, and definitely they miss Rodri a lot. Um, on top of that, man, Haaland is just phenomenal. Like his stats are like crazy,
ridiculous.
right? I mean, he's from a different planet. I would have said the same thing about Messi at some point, about Ronaldo at some point. I mean, like
He
those
looks
people, like
ridiculous.
get maybe he's not the most technical guy, but the way he does stuff, I'm like, well, heads
The
down.
guy, the guy can go all game without touching a ball. He touches it one time, he scores. That's just the type of player
He
he is.
scores twice.
In all honesty, that's what he's there for. Okay, he gets all the headlines and he creates the headlines
He
with the
he
amount of
touches
goals.
the ball one time and he scores twice, right? That type of player.
I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and write off City. I think anybody who does that, you do that at your own peril, right?
Right,
I think City's problem is they held on to a team 2, 3 years ago for one season, a season and a half too long. They should have integrated changes sooner. Okay.
right,
Um, I would put City more as dark horses for the title. I think they'll be there or thereabouts. I think if the other guys they slip up, I think they'll be close enough in touching distance to maybe take advantage of something. But I think it was a routine victory for City, something you expected. I don't think Everton really went into it trying to get 3 points. I think they went into it more not to lose. Um, I think David Moyes is happy to be back at Merseyside.
right,
I think he suits that level. I think he's a good manager. It didn't work for him at United. That's a whole topic in itself. You could have multiple episodes on the managers of United, what worked and what didn't work, and why it didn't work, and why it turned into what it turned into.
right.
Um, but Everton looked better. Everton looked
Yeah,
better. Everton looked like th- Moyes' Everton,
correct.
functional, direct,
And they also missed
cohesive.
their best player, which is Grealish right now.
Which is
Right,
who?
Grealish.
I think that was a very smart move from both people, from both parties. I think it was
Right,
a very smart move from Everton. Um, they get somebody who has a point to prove. Okay. I think they get somebody also who has the quality, who has the winning mentality, who wants the ball. I'm not gonna put Everton in the Aston Villa category where when Grealish was there, where they were struggling at the bottom of the league and they needed a leader. But they're not too far off from that. Or you can
right.
basically put them in that same cat. I think for Grealish, it's also he's guaranteed to play. He's guaranteed to start. And that's what he wants, right? I wouldn't be surprised if it becomes a permanent move.
I mean, that's gonna happen, I guess, sooner or
Yeah,
later,
yeah.
because I don't think he has any future at City. First of all, and second of all, I think he's gonna find his rhythm here in Everton, and Everton they just need to find the money.
I mean, they spent a lot of money on the new stadium and everything.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So that's always gonna be, and I think that's why they brought in Moyes, to be quite honest with you. They know what they're gonna get out of Moyes. They're gonna get stability from Moyes. He's definitely gonna get a club that is going to play a brand of football that is good enough for mid-table. Okay, that is definitely good enough not to be in the bottom. Okay, I mean, if you go back through the history of him being with Everton, I mean, every season he would start off bad,
Hmm.
bad. Like they would be a disaster. And he always managed to finish top seven, top six. Like
Right.
you would say, if God forbid they ever started good, they would make it to the top four. You know,
Correct. Yeah.
um, I think Everton will be interesting to watch over the next 2, 3 seasons. If they give Moyes the time, if they give Moyes the budget, he will bring in very functional, hardworking, combative players that
I
will do
think
good in this.
I think each club has struggles after few good seasons to when they need to replace the players or they need to find again the balance in the team to change the players, right? For instance, I can see West Ham. They won the Europa League or the Conference League.
Conference League.
The Conference League.
Moyes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then the next year they were struggling to survive. I'm like, and that's
I
why,
think Rice was a big loss for them.
right?
Rice
But
was a
they,
big loss for them.
I'm
Antonio
saying,
dropped off a lot.
yeah,
Um,
he was very unfortunate, but he had an accident, right? And what happened is, but in order to change the players, the same thing that happened right now with City, right? Like when you have to change the cycle of the players, you're gonna have this dip, and sometimes this so critical that you might even relegate. You know what I mean?
You, you
It
gotta know
happened
when to cash in. Clubs have to know when to cash in.
going
It's
back to
kind of
the
like
Brighton topic, right? They know how when to cash in, and they're still like good.
if you look at Brighton, Brighton are not worried to sell a player. Okay, they don't go through fire sales. Okay, if the right price comes for a player and they think that player they got the money for that player, they're gone. Cucurella, Sasero, and I'm
Sanchez,
sure you could rattle off names left, right, and center.
right?
And
Sanchez, they still to Chelsea, right?
Pedro, the striker that Chelsea have right now. What's his name?
Correct. João Pedro,
Jock Pedro. There you go.
João Pedro,
How much did they sell him for? 50 million, 60 million?
around there, right?
Is he a 50, 60 million pound player?
Could be.
Could be, yeah.
I
Fair enough.
mean, yeah, it's Hoyland 85. No, I mean, I would
Yeah.
prefer to have João Pedro for 60 than
But
Hoyland for 80. You know?
but that's United like a kid in a candy store, right? Like
Yeah. But is Baleba 100 million?
no,
Exactly.
no,
So
he's not.
exactly.
30, 35 million max.
Yeah,
But
sure.
here you go. If they get 50, 60 million for that guy, they're more than happy. Take
Yeah, but
they know how to cash in.
now actually, if you're like a big team, you would definitely would pay 100 million for Caicedo. So the
Now,
way they look
yes.
at things, yeah, the way they look at things is that yeah, this guy has potential. He's gonna worth 100 million in a year or two because you can see the quality and you can see, that he has future. So I guess
But
that's the
I
philosophy.
think also as a club, Alex, and this is where a lot of teams get it, and Villa went through it a little bit last year. Okay, you gotta know what is realistic and feasible as you as a club, right? Where are you as a club? Where are you going? Okay, Brighton know their place. It seems to me at least they know their place. Okay, they know they're not gonna get into the top four. They know they're not even gonna bother challenging. They can't hold on to the players to challenge to be a top four club. They're happy being in the Premier League mid-table. Sometimes they have an outside chance to get into Europe, but they're not in relegation contention. They have
Right.
good connection to foreign players. They have decent outgoing sales to make the numbers, to keep attracting good talent from elsewhere. They have a good scouting network. That's a club that, if you look at Villa like last year, getting in Rashford and all these other players, and they look like they kind of lost their way a little bit or bloated, right? Uh, so I think you have to know where you're at and what's realistic and what's not. I think that is important thing from a club because that gives you an idea of who to sign and what to sign and for what to sign them for. That's what I think.
They have an amazing scouting team apparently, so they're doing a great job. Let's talk about we skip Burnley versus Leeds. I've rather we keep it for the end. Nobody knows, but I'm a Leeds fan. Um,
Commiseraries,
hmm?
commiseraries for you, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, well, this was one of the games I was expecting to win. To be honest with you, between all the other games this season, and not because actually we haven't won against Burnley in few years. Last year in the championship, we lost and we draw with them. So no, I'm not. I mean, they're a very good team, Burnley, but they're not top team either. So I think we were 3 points to grab. I think Leeds are missing a number 10 and a real number 9. I mean, they have Dominic, but I will keep him as I don't know, as a backup player.
Look, like we said earlier, from the Burnley game included. Okay, the 4 games, the next 3 games coming, including the Burnley game, which is 4 games. We said the leagues at a minimum need to get 7 points, minimum, minimum.
Right.
Burnley was one of those games where you put it as you got to take the 3 points from them.
Right.
When I saw it's not that Leeds are a bad team, they're not, but I thought they would do more in the game. I thought they would show more. I thought they would create more. They okay. There was a good chance with Aronson, um, similar to the Isaac chance against United. Okay, I
Right.
mean even the best striker in the league missed that chance. The most expensive striker in the league, he missed that chance. Right, very similar chances, nothing different. In all honesty, um, what worries me more about Leeds is that they m- maybe I'm being a little bit harsh, but in this game where look, if you're trying to stay in the league, you're just a promoted team and you're playing another promoted club. Granted, they played away. You gotta get something out of that game,
For sure. Yeah.
and they looked toothless.
Oh,
Th-
they are. They are
they
100%. And the fact that they came after international break, that's add another thing because we have this. I would say the players of Leeds United they're not really top players, but they apparently they play at these distant teams like USA, like Aronson or Aotanaka in Japan. So they're not like in Europe, and they need to fly like 24 hours just to go there and they finish the last game on Wednesday and they're playing on Saturday. They came on Thursday. They only train one day, so one day they recovered on the plane, I guess. So all these things matters a little bit. What would be interesting to me is if you have Daniel Farke and give him a top team, how how he will manage, how he will
I
do.
don't know why I don't know why you're so adamant about the manager being the guy. I don't, I don't
I
know why.
mean, listen,
I mean, he's
I
doing what
don't
he can do, you know?
exactly. He has shit players and he's doing a decent job with the shit players. He's trying to have a championship team be a Premier League team, pretty much. Because I don't think the Leeds got a good transfer window, in my opinion. They
No,
got prone
you don't have a good
they got
transfer.
prone injured players. I don't know the management of Leeds United is shit. Is more shit than the players. But yeah, it is what it is. We keep going. So let's go to the next promoted team.
You wanted to get out of that one quickly, I see.
I'm super disappointed, right? So let's talk about Sunderland and Wolves, man. Sunderland. They finished sixth in Championship, and apparently they have more money than Leeds United and all the 49ers in USA. So Sunderland, the team that was playing in the third division 4 years ago.
Not too long ago.
Yeah,
I think it's safe to say that Wolves is definitely going to be in serious trouble. I I
I'm
I I think
surprised.
they need the resurrections of the footballing gods to help them out of this one.
I'm surprised they extended the contract of the manager like to 2 games ago.
Look, you don't know what clause is in there. Maybe they're trying to do solidarity and try to keep it together and show good face. And maybe if they end up firing him towards the end, they're not gonna give him any type of walking parachute payment. You
Hmm.
don't know the details of that. But I mean, they lost their best player in Cunha this
Right.
season to us. That was a big loss. I mean, Cunha's performance this weekend is a performance of a player who's used to being the guy who tries to take his team out of trouble, to take responsibility. And I think Wolves losing that, I think that's a big blow. I think they're done and dusted. I think they have no hope. And not to bring Leeds back into this conversation, but I'm gonna reel them back in a little bit.
Yeah.
You played Burnley, which was a big missed opportunity for you guys to get something out of that game. Even a draw would have been okay, something.
Mm.
You're playing Wolves next, so that's another big game for Wolves and for Leeds. And then
No, we
you
don't
guys
play
are playing.
Wolves. We
Yeah, you
already
play Wolves
played.
in the next three games.
We played them already.
No, am I? Oh, you're playing West Ham. Sorry,
Yeah, West Ham, West Ham. Yeah.
you're playing West Ham. I'm sorry.
After Brighton, we're gonna play West Ham. Yeah.
Oh, you guys got West Ham and then you got Forest. It
Yeah,
doesn't.
and I think Leeds are very unfortunate because we get Sunderland, which, in my opinion, whatever. I don't want to take any credit from Sunderland. They did an amazing transfer window. Amazing. I'll tell you from all the clubs, Sunderland did the best transfer window.
I don't
Uh,
think Burnley did too bad. I think Walker
hands
was a great
hands
signing for
hands
Burnley.
down. Yeah, but they only got Walker, right? And Sunderland did
Big
better.
signing, Alex.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Big signing. Big signing.
yeah.
Just like Grealish at Everton. Big signing.
Correct.
Could change your
Leeds,
season.
nobody. Leeds, nobody, because they don't have a brain in that club. They're brainless. They're like United. Anyway, uh, let's
Sunderland,
oh,
Sunderland. I was not
I'm saying
impressed.
that I'm saying that Leeds, they're not lucky. Sunderland play all these top teams, wherever it is, top teams. Nottingham Forest when they suck the most. Aston Villa when they're losing five in a row.
I mean, that's just the way the cookie crumbled. You get to play West Ham, who are not doing good now. They're not doing good.
I mean,
Not doing good.
they
It's not
changed the
like Bur
coach. They changed the coach.
but they lost.
Yeah, but it's only one game. What do you expect after one game? Okay,
But
but maybe
it's clear to see that they're not doing good. They're going to be there and thereabouts. Like it's safe to say that Burnley, Leeds, West Ham, Wolves,
the same
Forest,
thing. We're gonna play
they're in the
Nottingham
mix.
Forest. They have a new coach now. Nottingham Forest,
It's gonna be interesting to see how they react. Forest.
right?
But but Sunder, listen. Sunderland had two, three decent half chances against United, where they could have scored. Okay, but I wouldn't say that they were anything out of this world. Okay, I do think that you guys were a bit unlucky with two games that you could have got more points out of.
Right.
It would have put you guys in a different position. But
I'll
if
be like you. I'll be like you, Chris, and you will always tell me this. Doesn't matter. What matters are the points
yeah,
in the table. You
I
can
mean
be the
Alex,
and play the most beautiful game
no, you got to
ever
get the
and have
point.
the. That's what I don't like about the manager. That's the only thing I don't like about the manager, Daniel Fark. The stats, we are the best in stats. The stats that don't bring
No,
anything.
it's football is not a game
Of
played
stats.
with stats
Exactly.
because you can have a player whose stats are amazing, and then you got to do the eye test. There's many different levels of football where you can see a young 17, 18-year-old play first few games that he's ever played professionally, and you say, there's a player there. There's something there. Doesn't matter what stats the player did in the game. It does not matter, but you can see there's something. Then the rest is all down to the player, right? And to the club, how they nurture the player and the character of the player and the will of the player, right? I don't believe in stats at all when you analyze a game because the other team can have if even like the Liverpool United game, right? I mean, if you look at the stats, they had more XG, they had more, But what did they really create? I'm sure we'll get to the United game and Liverpool game, right? But I think stats is a very they do hold context if you're trying to look for the silver linings. Like, are we going in the right direction? Like, are we attacking more? Maybe we're not attacking the right way, but are we being a little bit more dangerous than we were several weeks ago? Okay,
Yes.
I think you can implement them that way. But like possession, what is possession? Where is your possession? Is your possession between the two center backs, three center backs, and the full backs? You can play the whole game over there. Does that mean anything? Doesn't
Correct.
mean anything.
Correct.
Okay. Um, but I think Leeds they looked very toothless in
They
their
are.
last game,
They are
and I
very
think
too.
if they don't manage to get good results in the next three games against, oh, aside of Brighton, okay, I think like I told you, Brighton is a team that's going to get good results against
So,
good
so we're gonna.
teams.
I think we're gonna play Brighton, and we're gonna play Nottingham
No,
Forest
you
and
play
Aston Villa.
West Ham, Brighton, and then Forest.
And Aston Villa, no?
Aston
I think
Villa after. Aston Villa's the fourth game coming.
right. So how
I
we
don't
get
expect you to get anything over there, though.
exactly? Because guess what? Villa
Honestly,
now it's on fire again. They resurrect before Leeds United game,
V- v-
and
v-
they play with Sunderland, and they were shit. They could not put two passes together.
Villa looked decent this weekend. They got the result. They looked decent, and
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that one next. I guess after we're gonna talk about Fulham Arsenal. What do you think about that?
nothing special from Arsenal. Just a routine win. No hiccups. No major risks. Just a nice, calm, routine, mature 3 points away from home. Thank you very much. Good night, Vienna. Let's go home. That's it.
That's the best. That's the best thing. The best description for Arsenal game.
Yeah, very
It's nothing
simple.
to
I saw
say.
the game. They were the better team. They deserved the points. They look very solid. Gabriel this season looks very good. Zubamendi looks solid. Um, Gyökeres gives them a different dimension. Like you said, he pulls people away, keeps the center backs a little bit more busy,
Right.
gives up a little bit. Martinelli when he came, he
Creates more
looked,
spaces for the other people.
yep, he creates more space. It seems to me like they went more to a 4-4-2 kind of shape of Arsenal. It looks a little bit like a flat four sometimes with Rice and Zubamendi and Trossard and Saka more in that four flat in the middle. I- I'll take a punt. I think Arsenal are favorites, 100%. Uh,
For the title.
yep,
And
yep.
second one, it's Manchester City, which are the dark horses.
I would say City are the dark horses.
You cannot put
Liverpool.
dark horse in in a two race, no?
No, I would still probably put Liverpool as second favorites for the title,
Mm.
believe it or not. I know you might find that surprising. I just think that
I was surprised they win the league. Very
yeah,
surprised.
that's because
Because they
everybody took
play
everybody
worse
took
than
a year
Leeds
off.
United, but they make
Everybody
the
took a year
results.
off on that one. Arsenal just didn't want to win it. They just wanted to draw every game. They weren't interested in winning a title. And City went through their worst bubble since they got promoted last time around. So they didn't have any significant pressure on them last season. They didn't, in all honesty. There wasn't much of a title race. They always held Arsenal at arm's length. Okay, and Liverpool have not won a title under pressure.
Yeah, and
That's it.
anybody else was not good enough. Chelsea was not there. United was not there. Spurs was not there. Oh, you
I
had
don't
the
even think we
Nottingham
were in the
Forest.
same league sometimes.
You had Nottingham Forest for
Come
top three,
on,
four.
man.
I know, but just
It's
like
it's
to
it's
see how the
it's like
surprising
it's
the league was, like how bad the league was last year. If you had Nottingham Forest top
It was
three
not good.
for I
It
don't
was
know
not good.
7 games.
It was not good. As crap as we were last year, and we were crap. If
Right,
we just won like four more games, we would have finished in like a Europa League position. And we were crap.
right,
Dog shit.
right.
So
We're gonna talk about that dog shit a little bit later. Let's talk about Spurs with Aston Villa. What do you think
Spurs
about
being
Spurs?
Spurs being Spurs.
I know, but Spurs change. Spurs change the coach. No,
I don't think it makes a difference with them.
no, you don't like the
No,
coach.
I think they're always gonna be that they'll have a nice season here and there, but this season I honestly think the best that they can hope for is fifth best. And that's a long shot.
And who you gonna have in the first four?
I wanna say United up there. I really wanna say United there. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna say United. I'm gonna say Arsenal win it. I say I say Liverpool will finish second.
Mm-hmm.
City third. I say I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go crazy. United finish fourth. I think we turned the corner with that result.
So Chelsea's not in the
I
picture.
really do. I really think that if you look at United's performances in the league, you have the pre 7-0 and you have the post 7-0. I don't think they ever recovered from that game. I don't think the club has ever recovered from that game. I think Sunday we put to bed the ghosts. We won.
Right. And thank God you guys don't play Leeds or Burnley, or we already played those teams, Sunderland, because you know how United will do. They will win against uh
We don't
Arsenal, or they'll win against Liverpool, and they will lose against
we we
Norwich.
we we play and we play another team that we're more than likely and capable to lose against. Brighton.
No, you cannot play against Brighton. Brighton plays against Leeds, I think.
No, we play Brighton next.
Yeah.
You guys play West Ham next. We play Brighton.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And
We play
then it's
Brighton, and then you
Brighton
play
after that.
Brighton.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right, right.
So I mean,
We're gonna look.
I guess
We're
I
gonna
guess we're
look at
gonna
the
jump.
games again. We're gonna look at the games again. Um. All right. So Spurs being Spurs and Aston Villa being Aston Villa. I guess the resurrection of Aston Villa.
I
Apparently,
think Villa kind of got their stuff together. They had a very horrible start to the season.
right.
Um,
Who took
I
advantage? Sunderland.
hmm?
Who took advantage of that start? Sunderland. Right.
100%.
God,
And Crystal
God,
Palace a little
God
bit.
is a Sunderland fan. And Crystal Palace, right?
Yeah. But
Right.
I think Villa, I mean, look, Villa will be top eight. I
Yeah,
would put
they'll
them
be
in the top
mid-table,
eight.
I think. I think the fact that um European football, I think for some teams, for some
It's too
clubs,
much.
is too much. Yeah, you
It's
need
too
to
much.
have 2, 3 teams. And maybe Chelsea will gonna do better because they have so many players. But even with so many players, Chelsea have a lot of key players injured. Have a lot of key players. I think the center backs, 2 or 3 of them are like out. You have Cole
But you know
Palmer
what helps Villa
out.
more this year, I think? They already been in Europe a little bit. They got a little taste of it. They know how
Sure,
to manage it a little bit better maybe this year.
correct, maybe. But I don't know. I think Unai Emery, he has some two amazing seasons, one amazing season, 2 amazing seasons, and then he goes down, but he goes down so bad that you cannot even like you don't know what's happening. It's happened the same thing with Arsenal, right? He
They
had
looked good. They looked good versus Spurs. They looked better than Spurs.
right,
They looked like a more mature team than Spurs.
right, maybe, maybe.
In my opinion. I mean, if you really, we're gonna get into the table, but I would put them as top eight. I will put them in
Yeah.
another I will put them in another
Maybe
European.
maybe we do at the end actual versus expectations, or what we think, who's gonna think we're gonna do that. Yeah,
I mean,
let's
look,
do
I'm saying
that.
United top four. I mean, is it realistic? No. I'll be
Ah,
honest with you.
I before last season to start, I had the United second, right?
Second.
So what happened?
What do you had them in second? No,
Huh?
what do you have this season? You had them, or was it last
No,
season? Last season.
but the was before the season started. You guys
Yeah,
stopped
you had them in what,
against
second?
City. You guys won
FA Cup.
won the FA Cup, and also you won the Charity Shield, whatever, versus City, right?
Did we?
I
No, we
think so.
didn't
Yeah,
win. Did we win the Charity
Uh,
Shield?
I think so.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm surprised. I don't remember. That's what
Uh,
happens when you win a lot of things. You forget you won.
right.
Um, no, but
So
I think Villa. Look, they're gonna have their wobbles, right? Just like anybody else. But I think they'll be. I think the league, the table hasn't really. I think after this week, there's a lot of interesting games this week.
no, I
Okay,
think end of November is gonna say everything, because I'll tell you what, the last break, international break, is gonna be now mid-November. So every time after international break, the first game after international break, everything gets messed up for some reason.
when's the
Uh,
African Cup of Nations?
ah, I have no idea. I mean, I'm not worried about that. We don't have many Africans in the team.
We do.
Uh, yeah, but we
I
don't.
don't think we
So, but I don't know. Maybe usually it's in December, January, somewhere around there, or like this January to February. But I don't know.
But listen, I'm not overly impressed with Spurs, to be quite honest with you. I'm not. Um,
They are, I don't know. They're like Brighton
hot
of
and
the league.
cold.
Yeah, exactly. That's
I'm
like
not.
the second Brighton, with the better
They're a
name.
better version of Brighton, if you want to call
Pretty
them
much.
that.
Yes, yes. That's what I
You know
would
what
call
I
it.
mean? They can beat anybody and then they could lose against anybody. I mean, who am
Okay.
I to
So
say,
let's move.
right?
Let's move to West Ham and Brentford.
Brentford is a very tricky team. I mean, they beat us this year, right?
I,
I
I
think
was
they play,
surprised. I mean, I'm surprised. I was expecting them to actually fight for relegation. I would have put
they're
them
not
in
out
the
of it. They're not out of
17.
they're not out of that
They
topic.
lost the
I
best
had
of
them
their
down there too.
players.
Yeah.
They
Uh,
lost the best of their players, Visa and Bueno. I'm sure
and
they
Norgard.
lost all. Exactly. They lost the manager. So,
They're playing very, very, very direct football. Um,
okay, whatever they play, but come on.
But West Ham don't look good either.
I mean, West
West
Ham, they
West
have a
Ham don't.
chance with Leeds. They have a big chance with Leeds to resurrect themselves,
I
because
think
that's
though,
what
like I
Leeds
told you, I
does.
think those clubs are all in the mix to get relegated. I think
Right.
all. I think you got Brentford. I think you got Wolves. You got Burnley. You got Leeds. You got West Ham. Who else is down there? Who else
No,
is down there?
Sunderland is not is up there. Sunderland is up there.
No,
Sunderland is not
and
down there.
Forest. And Forest. I think those clubs are all in the mix. I mean, I don't know if Forest is really gonna turn it around. I mean, you would think Brentford has a little bit more experience to turn it around, but it's gonna be interesting how they do against Liverpool this weekend. That would be interesting. Um, West Ham just look they don't look good. They yeah.
I like their defender. I don't know if he got injured or not. I hope he did. I mean, I don't hope anybody gets injured just for the this game. Um, but I like this guy that they brought. I forgot his name. Diop or uh, let me find him.
Come on, let's
Uh,
talk about the big game of the weekend. Let's talk about Liverpool United.
You
It's
are
it's
waiting. You are waiting
yeah,
on that one.
it's been a long time coming to get that result. Let me ask you, what did you think about it? How about that? Let me turn the tables.
Right. 1 second. Let me just. Where is this? Where is this? Where is this? Where is this? Where is the lineup? Oh yeah, they didn't play with this guy, so that means he's injured, or he was Diouf. I like that Diouf guy, man. This guy is gonna be an amazing player.
Jesus,
Remember,
you were kind of flying.
remember. So, guys, remember, Goal Line Gap, episode 1. I said, I said that Diouf is gonna become an amazing player from West Ham.
Somebody remembered that. Somebody clipped that in 2, 3 years. Let's hope he won't be in
We're gonna go
Ukraine.
back. We're gonna go back to episode 1. We're gonna be episode 560 in 3 years.
Yeah. So, what did you think about the Liverpool United game? And I'll give you my opinion.
Wow, wow.
It's a
I
nice
think,
game.
yeah, it was a nice game.
It was good.
Actually, I was surprised with Liverpool. They played better than
Yeah,
I was expecting.
yeah. A
Um,
little bit better than
and
I expected.
obviously, it was also a good game for United. You know, like United recently. I mean, recently. This season, it's a question mark. But last year, I was like, you don't even know if they're gonna win against a small team or they're gonna lose.
You still don't know.
Yeah, and I have that fear since last season.
You still don't.
Came this season, translated this season, the same thing. So I have the same feeling. I mean, like they win against Liverpool, and next game they might lose against Brighton, like you said. And I don't know what's the deal with Brighton, but they show up with versus the big teams and the small teams. Maybe they don't care too much, or whatever it is. But against big teams, look at City. Let's look over the weekend at United, what they do. But usually they put a good performance. I don't know. Did they play with against Arsenal?
Who, Brighton?
Yeah, I think
I
so,
don't
right?
know. I don't remember if they played against.
And I think they did, and they were horrible or whatever. So, but
I mean, I thought that United weren't afraid. I thought that there was a lot of togetherness and there was a lot of fighting that they fought for each other. Okay, they looked like there was a lot of communication going on between them. I think the goalkeeper looked solid. Uh, um, I, I I think having a goalkeeper that if a ball passes through the defense and it's going to him and you're just looking back and hoping somebody's gonna save it, I think that brings confidence in the rest of the team. The kid looks good. Okay,
yes.
I'm not
I,
gonna
I,
say
I'm happy when you guys finally find the keeper. I think that was the first step in building the team.
yeah.
I feel like the backbone of the team, you need to have a solid goalkeeper. And
Listen,
that's what also Leeds struggles with. Leeds, oh, they cannot find a good goalkeeper. They got this guy Perry. Unfortunately, they got him injured. He played 2 games. He had, I think, 2 clean sheets. But since then, well, okay. And everybody's telling me those shots, bro. You cannot have 4 shots on target and 4 goals, and you tell me you have a good goalkeeper. You don't. You don't. You don't take a goal 25 yards away. You don't.
did
Even if
you
it's an
really
amazing
think?
shot. Even if it's
Did you
Roberto
really?
Carlos shot.
Did you really think Onana was gonna be that bad?
No, I actually
No,
no, because I watched him at Inter and I loved him at Inter. As you know,
just so shocked
I
how
also
bad
like
you.
Inter as much as I like Leeds. Actually, I like this more, but uh, Inter was also one of my teams since
What
childhood.
a
So
disaster he was.
yeah, I don't know. He's doing amazing at Trabzonspor, by the way. But we're gonna talk about that.
That's even better for us. I think it was
He
a good
had
performance.
two
You know what?
assists.
You know what impressed me more, Alex? I tell you
What?
what I was really happy about, besides getting the 3 points and winning against those guys. They scored and we didn't crumble. You know, when they score and you felt the goal coming a little bit, right? Like
Right.
it it felt like they were gonna get something. Um, the, they scored, and then as if they scored, and we just went, okay, we go again. And Cunha really, like, I think he kicked it up a couple of gears after that. He wanted the ball. He wanted to bring the team up. I think everybody had a very very good performance. I think Ahmed had a good performance. I think Liverpool. I think Van Dijk had a bad game.
Yeah, I mean,
I,
listen, Van
Kirk.
Dijk can only go down. Van
I
Dijk
think
can only go down, my friend.
very.
Him and
I think
Salah.
he had a very shaky game. Kirku. Kirku is who they should call him. That guy. Um,
Bradley.
I don't think we really attacked down that side too much. I think we were having a lot of fun with Mbuemo and Ahmed on the other side. That I don't think we really even bothered. I think Cunha was more as a central striker, and the left side on Bradley's side, we left it a little bit more secure to watch out for Salah. I think United still have nightmares of Salah, to be quite honest with you. So they wanted to stay very compact on that side. I think that's what it was. I think Maguire and Delid and Shaw were phenomenal. I think they were very, very, very good. And if you really think about the whole game, what chances did we really give them? We gave them the chance for Isaac,
Right.
okay?
A chance for Gakpo.
Um, we gave them the header for Gapco at the end, which he should have scored, in all honesty, and the goal.
Right.
That's it. So if you really think about it, it's not too bad. It was pretty good. We had our own chances in the game. We could have
Well,
scored one or two more.
I'm looking at the stats right now. I'm looking at the stats right now. And
Yeah, but the stats look like
I
Liverpool
know, but
completely dominated that game.
hold on. The stats says like this: 5 big chances, and they missed 4. I think they hit the post 3 times, right?
They hit the post once off the deflection. I mean, they were good shots, Alex. They were really good. I mean, on another day, they could have won that game. They could have. They really could have. It's
But
not like I'm sitting here saying they couldn't have won that game. They could have won that game,
United also
but they
had
did
5.
it.
United also
Hmm?
had 5 big chances,
Yeah,
and they only
we
missed
played good.
3. That's why it was 2-1. That's
Uh,
pretty
as
even,
I
except
said
the
many,
possession. Except the possession is pretty even, not bad. They have better expected goal. They have 19 versus 12 shots, 6 versus 4 shots on target. Okay, but on the big chance are 5 and 5, which is equal. And big chances missed, you guys are better because you only had 3 big missed chances, big missed chances, and they have 4. That's why it's a 2-1 score, I guess. And
no, no. Overall, I don't think at any point in time did you think we were out of the game. I think we always held Liverpool. They huffed and they puffed. They did. Credit to them. But I don't think we were ever out of the game. We were never outplayed out of the game. I think we defended resolutely. I think there was cohesion in the back. I don't think the distances between the front and the middle and the defense was ever too far. I think the team was very compact, moved together in a very compact way. Okay. I think that the early goal helped a lot.
for sure.
Um, um, You could say about the head injury to McAllister. I didn't even notice anything during the game. Okay. There's a few people out there saying that should have been called back for a foul and blah blah blah. How many times do people fall down and they say, "Oh, they hit their head and nothing ever touched them"?
Right.
I think unless it's obvious, is blatant that it's a serious foul that they need medical attention right away. I don't think a game should be stopped. I don't think a game should be stopped.
I mean,
I
I
don't
don't know
think it
what to
should be.
say about that. I don't really have an opinion. It's like the same thing like handballs. The one time it's handball, sometimes it's not. I'm like, I give up on these rules because they change too many times and too often.
No, no, it's
And
just sometimes the decisions goes for you, sometimes the decisions go against you. Sometimes
yeah,
the luck goes with you, sometimes it's against you. I mean,
and I'm
you said
surprised
earlier, oh,
Liverpool lucky pull, it didn't go the decision towards them because
yeah,
you
I
know
was
I think
surprised too.
I think United still has the skeletons in the closets, and everybody gets scared about United and on the Ferguson era, and all the referees was pro United. Okay.
We don't have that anymore. We don't have that benefit of the doubt
Anymore,
anymore.
yes, yes, yes.
We
Because
don't
now you
have it.
guys now
Before we
became
used
not
to.
because from the biggest club in the world, you guys became like a mid-table club. So,
I mean, you know my opinion about that. I think once you're the biggest club in the world, you always remain the biggest club in the world. Okay, have we performed like the biggest club in the world? No. Have we acted like that? No. Have we signed players like that? No. Has the effort been to do that? Yes. Did we get it right? No. Okay. Is there a lot of blame to be pointed in many different directions?
yes,
Yes. Um,
that's fair.
I I think this was a big victory for the club. I think it's a big victory for the players. I think for Ruben Amrin, this is
How about
also
Russ?
a yeah, I think
What do you
it's
think
big
about
for
him? What
him.
do you think about the coach?
I don't know, Alex. I don't know what to say. I think before United go on a run, okay, like if you take this into consideration, okay, I know this is like what ifs and buts and so on and so forth. If Bruno Fernandes scored all his penalties this season, we would be second. Okay. Um, but football is a game of you take your chance, great. If you don't, you don't, right? Move on. The next
Right.
chance is coming around the corner. Um, United need to put together a string of wins. They need to put they need to gain some type of traction, okay, some type of momentum. And the only way you're gonna do that is by winning games. Do I think the manager is the right guy? There's a lot of decisions that he makes that I don't agree with him. I don't think playing two people in the middle helps the situation at all. But then again,
I mean,
if
like
you think
defensive
about it, like
midfielder. When you say in the middle,
two
playing
whatever
two
you want to
players in the
call
middle.
them. Hmm?
When you say
What did you
playing
say?
two, like what you said, when you say playing two players in the middle, do you mean like center midfielders or like defensive
Yeah,
midfielders?
I don't think playing two center midfielders in especially the two that we have. Okay,
Mm. I
I
don't.
don't
I
think
think
you're
they're
gonna
like
be able
they
to
play
do
a
it.
little bit one in the front and one in the back. I don't think they play in the same line.
However they play, but then again, we both played the game, right? The position you start off is not you don't have concrete boots on. You move with the
Right,
game. The game is ebb and flow, right? If you're under the cosh and you all need to defend, you need to defend. That's
right,
it.
right.
If you're overpowering the other team, you overpower them, and you
Right.
can move up in the field. Okay, as a
Yes.
team, as a unit. Um, this whole thing about the system, three center backs, and this and that. I think there's enough IQ, not necessarily that we have it at all times on the starting 11, right? But I think there's enough smart players over there to know to tighten up. Like you have enough, but it doesn't matter the system. You're still playing 11 versus 11. Okay. If your striker needs to drop deep for 5 minutes because you're under pressure a little bit until we kind of win back possession a little bit, you step back 15 yards. Okay. You get a little bit. Cunha and Buemo, whoever's playing in the tens, like Mount
Right.
or Embuemo, you can drop deeper a little bit. I don't think the system is necessarily the issue. Okay, I think it's more application of will. Okay,
Yeah, I agree. Like I
that,
think
that that's what
it's comes from the players. I you
that's
can
what I
train
think.
them as much as you want. If the player they're stubborn and they don't want to get it and they don't want to do what they're supposed to do, then all is for nothing. You know what I mean?
Alex, you could be so good, right? But if you don't have the hunger to win the second balls, the 50-50s, you're not going to be successful long enough or put a run long enough to make anything worthwhile. Okay,
Right.
along the course of a 38 game season. Okay, now in order for me to see what would I consider a successful season to say, okay, I think regardless of what happens, I think he should be given the season, the manager, for sure.
Uh-huh.
Give him the season. And I don't think there's any benefit to anybody to get rid of the guy at this point. We've been through six managers. The past 12 years has been nothing but, yeah, we won what, eight, nine trophies. And if you think about that, there's clubs that are having quote unquote more success than us that have not won half of what we won. Okay? But that's the
Liverpool.
men but that's huh?
Liverpool.
I don't know what they won. They won two leagues uncontested, nobody contesting them. Fine. They won an FA Cup, a League Cup, and a
And the
Champions
Champions
League
League.
with Spurs, uncontested. Okay, no, no, they deserved it. They had an amazing run. Credit to them. Okay, no, oh shit, we won double of what they won. Wow, but still,
You
I'm
didn't win
talking
any
about
league. You didn't win any
no,
Champions
no,
League.
no, no, no. They won bigger trophies than us. And well, what I'm trying to say is that even though we've had success on a cup level, okay, I think the guy deserves the rest of the season. I think a successful season, considering where we finished, is you need to get in. You need to get in the top eight for sure. I think it's there for the taking.
Top 8.
Top for sure, for sure. And I think even eighth,
So,
ninth, tenth
also
would
what?
be considered.
So why don't we
I
talk
think.
then? Why don't we talk then about the table?
So let's talk about the table.
Yeah, let's talk about the table because we should do the table, actual table, and then where do you think everybody will be at the end of the season? So we can do that now. We can do that even later in the when we see like, oh, we said that, and we'll see how the table progress. You know, it's like a race, it's like a derby race. You see the horse going, and and pretty much we can do the same thing. So let's look at the table.
Fourth,
So-
that's what I think.
Right. Okay. But first, we're gonna talk about the table the way it is today. You know.
Go for it.
So we have Arsenal in first place with 19 points. Then we have Manchester City, Bournemouth, Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham, Sunderland on 7, Crystal Palace on 8, Man United at 9, Brighton 10, Aston Villa 11, 12 it's Everton, 13 Brentford, 14 Newcastle, 15 Fulham, 16 Leeds, 17 Burnley, 18 Nottingham Forest, 19 West Ham, and 20 Wolves with 2 points. So this is the table right now. I'm sure the table is not gonna stay this way. or could be, because you have Arsenal in first place, you have City on second, but then you have Bournemouth and Liverpool on third and fourth, and Chelsea on fifth.
I think there's only going to be two teams from both sides of the table going ways. Other than that, I think everybody that's on the top or in the bottom stays.
Okay, so Arsenal on the first and Wolves on the last.
They stay where they are exactly. Beginning and end of season. That's it.
And I don't know, maybe I'll put Burnley. Maybe I'll put Burnley on the 17. No, sorry, on the 18 or 19, and then West Ham United in the same mix. So maybe Burnley, West, and Wolves are maybe go down, which would be a pity for West Ham because I
You
mean
don't think Forest go down, right? You don't think so?
I think they have better quality players than West Ham. I think overall Nottingham Forest, they have good players. I like their center backs. They don't play very well right now. Maybe they were not playing the good system as the previous manager was playing them. But maybe uh, the new guy is gonna do wonders because it's is known for Sean to be more defensive, so he's gonna put a lot on defense. So Murillo, I think it's a very good player. I even like the Serbian kid. I forgot his name, but he has such a long name.
I think this guy Aina's a big miss for them too.
Who?
What is their that's their right
Forward?
back, no?
Oh, Aina, yes, the right
Yeah, I
back.
think it's a big miss for them.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah, a big miss for them. He's out till January.
Oh, thank God we're gonna play before that. I'm gonna play them before that. Yeah, I mean, listen, Leeds could be there as well in the bottom three. I would then
I
exclude
think
them.
they have a quality. I think you're right on that one. I think these have enough quality to. I mean, Forest have enough quality to see themselves out of this mess.
Yeah, I mean, uh, if you ask me if I'll be the director of football at Leeds United, I will definitely make a better team than whatever Mr. Daniel has right now. And I will definitely, I don't know, that guy, whoever is right now there in Leeds United chair, doesn't do a good job, man. I can offer myself a job there, like, hey guys, if you need someone with knowledge and success, please reach out to me. I'll definitely be happy to help Leeds, stay in the league. But anyway, they
I think
hire
you
all
guys
these
are in trouble. The more and more I look at this,
right. Yeah,
the
even West
more,
Ham has better squad than Leeds United. Let me tell you
yeah.
this much. Let me tell you this much. I can tell you this much that any team right now, any team right now in the league has better squad than Leeds United. Leeds United has the less attractive squad, and but credit to the manager that with crap players, he's doing a decent job with crap players like he did at Norwich with nobody. They didn't bought not even one player, and
No,
he was a disaster. But at least he was not backed up.
no,
Now,
you guys are in trouble. Period.
same
Honestly, you
story
guys are in
with a
trouble.
bigger name, bigger wherever. Leeds United with the 49ers ownership, bro. I don't want to talk about Leeds. Leeds are a disaster. Okay, so let's move on. I have Newcastle on 14. Definitely, they're not gonna stay there.
No, I would say Newcastle.
Top eight, but there are gonna be too many teams in top eight.
Work work your way. I would say probably. I would say eighth. I would say eighth for Castle.
Newcastle, hey,
Yeah, I would
where's
say
gonna be
eighth.
Bournemouth?
Ninth.
Bournemouth's gonna be on ninth.
Mm-hmm. Mm,
Okay. And Crystal Palace?
10th.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna have Man United on 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna
And
be bold. I'm gonna be really, really, really bold. I'm gonna
so
say
and
4.
Chelsea and Tottenham, I guess they're
Chelsea
gonna keep
5th,
the fifth and sixth,
Spurs
right?
6th, Villa 7th, Castle 8th, ninth.
Bournemouth.
I said Bournemouth, right?
Oh no, you said
10th.
Newcastle, man. Oh, we did.
No,
Yeah,
8th Castle.
Newcastle. Yeah, right.
Ninth, I'll give it to, you know what? Ninth, I'll give it to Palace. 10th,
Right.
Bournemouth. 11th, Brighton.
Not Everton.
No, I'll give it to Brentford. And Everton one down, 13th.
So Brentford is on 12.
Brentford's on 13th right now.
No, I know it will be on 12.
I'll give
I
them
think
12.
Brentford will be 17, 16, and Leeds on top 5. No, I'm kidding.
No, you guys are.
Yeah, 16. We're gonna stay there.
I'll give you 17.
Okay, I'll take a 17.
But I love you. You're still up.
Yeah, apparently, yeah. Let's see at the end, all right? Okay, so we got it. We got it. It's all recorded. It's all recorded. We're gonna go back to this episode and we're gonna see all this talk and talk and talk. Right, so let's move on to the next games. First game of the week. First game, it's on Friday. This Friday, don't forget to do your fantasy. Leeds
You guys are
United.
the first game, no?
Yeah, 3 p.m. on Friday. Leeds West Ham United. Wow.
I'll give you guys
The
a win.
the battle of the thirds.
Thirds. Battle of
Yeah. The
Battle
battle
of
of the thirds.
thirds.
I love that. I love that. Okay.
Look. You guys need to win that game. You need to win
Mm,
that.
all right.
You're home, no?
Yeah, we're home.
Yeah,
Finally.
you have to win it. Anything less than a win. I mean, listen, if you get a draw, if you lose,
Yeah. There are still how many? 30,
yeah, but
31 games.
doesn't matter,
30
Alex. It
games. There are
doesn't
still 30
matter.
games to play.
Doesn't matter. You guys are gonna just start spiraling out of control.
Right, for sure.
Right.
All
But
right. Next,
I give you guys a win on that one.
Chelsea Sunderland. Finally, the Sunderland will get a decent team to play.
Draw.
Uh, a draw. No,
Hmm.
no.
What do you
Chelsea
think?
can. I hope Chelsea wins. I hope Chelsea wins.
I'm gonna give it a
I'm
draw.
not a big fan of Chelsea, but I'm not a big fan of Sunderland either. Let's put it that way. Newcastle Fulham. I go for a Newcastle win.
Me
Uh,
too.
I think they might be tired, but I think I think Newcastle have right now the depth in their squad to play a little bit Champions League and the league. I'm curious to see how the new players they're gonna uh coop in the new system. I don't know. I haven't seen Visa play at all, and this guy Langa, I think he's not a starter, right? So
No, he's
they
going
also
with what's his name?
got Ramsey, man. They got Ramsey from Aston Villa, which I think is a very has
I thought
some
Ramsey was gonna be more, huh? I liked Ramsey. Remember when I said I went crazy over Ramsey? I
right. It
liked
was like
Ramsey a
three
lot. I went,
seasons ago. I think it
yeah,
was like three
what?
seasons ago, and like
I thought he was gonna be. I thought he would develop into a better player.
I mean, he still has chance. I think he's still 22 or something. Um, right, 22 is still young, I think, in soccer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So we talk about Newcastle, Fulham. We have Man United, Brighton. So
We're home. I would
you
say we win.
you have to win. First of all, you have to win. not because you're home, just because you have a very good moral after Liverpool game.
Yeah, we have to win. That's
But
the thing.
Brighton, but
Mm.
Brighton, they draw against Wolves, and the game before they win 3-1 versus Chelsea.
That's what I'm saying about Brighton.
They
Brighton is
won
like us.
2-1 versus City. I'm like,
That's a that's a banana peel for us. If we win against Brighton, which we should and we have to and we must, I think that emphasizes the victory against Liverpool, and that will
right.
kickstart the rest of our season. Okay,
So
if
it's
we
gonna
lose
be
against Brighton, doesn't matter what we did last week. It's for nothing. We're back into the same yo-yo club. We win one, we lose one, we draw two, then we win, then we
so
lose two.
you become Tottenham.
What? But I say I think we. I'm gonna be bold. I'm gonna be bold. I haven't been bold with United in a long time. You know that. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
we win. I'm going top four, baby, all the way. Let's go.
Cool. All right. Good luck.
We win that game.
Good luck. Brentford, Liverpool. Hmm? The ex players versus the new players.
Brentford have a very, very, very good home record, man. Very good home record. They're very hard to play over there. I, I
Oh.
say I say draw.
You know what is funny? Like I remember last season, beginning of last season, bro. I was looking at Brentford and I was like, they were horrible. You remember? They were horrible. I'm like, how is this team even playing in
That's why you
Premier
want
League?
them to go
Then
down.
and then like from nothing, this guy Mbuemo and Visa like killed it.
Scored a lot of goals last season, man.
Oh
We
yeah,
saw Mbamo.
for
I
a
I
mid-table
listen.
team.
I think they're a solid 11 to 14, 15 team. Okay. I think they don't have enough to definitely finish in the top half. I think they lost too much firepower to finish in the top half. I think they stay in the league.
I was hoping them to go down. The more teams
No,
that they go
I don't.
down
I don't.
is up. You know.
I don't think so. They go down. I think I think their home form is very
But
good.
who do they have really? Who do they have? Let me look
I
at
don't
their
know.
team. Let me look at their team. Who do they have that they're like make them so good? So like, it's like oh my god,
Oh, there's a lot
because
of there's another battle of the thirds also
hold on a second. But let me
coming
go
up.
to their squad. Let me go to Brentford. I want to talk about a little bit about Brentford. They have this guy. The coach is Keith Andrews, right, from Ireland. Who do they have? They have Kelleher, which he is a good goalkeeper. I give him that. Who do they have? Rico Henry. He was at Bournemouth when they were relegated. No, this guy. Savandenberg, Ethan Pinnock. All right. Ayer, Nathan Collins, Louis Potter, Mikal Coyote, Benjamin Arthur as defenders. Jordan Henderson. I'm sorry, but he's like grandma still playing. Uh,
But he
I
brings
never liked.
experience.
Sure, I give him
He
that.
brings
He
experience.
brings experience, but experience
I
you can.
always liked Henderson. You know that. I always thought he was I always liked Henderson.
Yeah,
Always.
you
I think
always. I
he
haven't.
is a very underrated player. I think he was a very good functional combative leader,
Right,
very strong mentality.
right. But he was not. All right. Okay, I got it. He was a good lieutenant. Let's put it that way. Uh, Matthias Jensen, Fabio Carvalho, Franco Onyeka, Anthony Milambo, Yarmolyuk, Damsgaard, Konak, Janlet or Janlet, Janet, whatever. Paris Magoma, Kevin Shade, Igor Thiago. This guy they just bought
Their
this guy.
striker Thiago was efficient.
Yeah,
He,
I was about to say
he's
they just bought him.
yeah, he's efficient. He's not bad at all.
He already
Look,
scored 5 goals.
I wouldn't be surprised if Liverpool go over there and smack them
He
up.
he
Okay,
already scored 5 goals more than Kevin Lewin in 2 seasons in nine
I'm telling
games.
you, he's not bad. He scored against us. What, one or two?
Leeds are
I'm not.
sleeping. They have raised
Um,
Nelson. They got this guy from Arsenal, right? Outara,
they have a
Thiago Outara.
decent team. Nothing spectacular, but they have a very decent team. They're
Outara, I
not
think
getting
he was doing
relegated.
pretty well at Bournemouth before, no?
Who?
Outara,
No, no, no.
no?
I don't trouble myself with the
Gustavo
minnows.
Gomez, Romelu Donovan. Bro, I don't know. Half of the team are no
I
names.
just want to I just want to continue shitting on Liverpool's parade. Okay, long may this little disaster that they have continue. Um, I say Brentford get a draw out of that game.
Okay. All right, so let's move on. You said
Stinking
another
knife team.
battle. You said another
Battle
battle of
of
the
the
third.
turds.
Which one?
Battle of the turds. Wolves Burnley. Let's give it a draw. I'll help you out. Give you a draw.
Sure. I'll take a draw.
I'm leaning more Burnley, but I'll give it a draw.
I want my Wolves to have the first win of the season. I'll go for Wolves' first win of the season.
Nah, yeah, I don't think you want that. I
Or
don't think you want that. I don't think you want the bottom people creeping
I
up. I think
want
you better not.
everybody to stay there in that thing. Stay
So
there.
draw. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Take a draw.
Give them draw there.
Take a draw.
Okay. We have Bournemouth versus Nottingham Forest. I'll go for Bournemouth.
Bournemouth.
I don't see Nottingham Forest coming. Even with the new coach, I don't see them. Uh, I don't see them do anything in this game.
You know.
But right, let's talk about Arsenal Crystal Palace. This is a real good game.
That's
I
gonna be a nice
also,
game.
yeah. Let's see
A
Crystal
little
Palace.
bit,
I think they have a dip right now in their
a little bit of a local game.
right. You know that's the advantage. I was thinking the other day. I think Arsenal played to Fulham. Like half of the teams are from London. They don't even need
They
to
don't
like
need to
you go
travel.
away. You like it's like half an hour
They
away
take a
or 2 hours.
bus. They ride the
Yeah,
bicycle.
right. So
They take
like
an Uber to the game.
yeah, a big Uber. They take the black limo.
Um, Arsenal win that game.
Yeah,
If
you
Arsenal are
don't see a
gonna
draw.
drop points, if Arsenal are gonna start dropping points in games like that already, uh, I mean, look, they're gonna drop points, right? But I think now, I think they need to keep the momentum in that distance and keep putting pressure on the other teams. And I think Liverpool are not in the state right now where they're coping well with the pressure. You understand? I think they got a lot of things to figure out about themselves before anything.
How
And I
Crystal
think
Palace
Arsenal
lost
need to
against
keep it.
Everton?
Say that again?
How Crystal Palace lost against Everton?
Because Crystal Palace are not going to stay up as high as you think they're going to stay up. You know, they're a good team.
Maybe.
They're a good team, but they're not.
Yes, I think
They're a
Arsenal
good
has.
team.
I think Arsenal has an advantage.
No, Arsenal win that game.
Yeah,
Arsenal win that.
I'll give you that because actually they're gonna play on Thursday. Crystal Palace are gonna play on Thursday
No,
in the
Arsenal win that
conference
game.
in the conference league. Let me see matches. Oh, they play at home, so that's fine. AEK Larnaca.
No, they'll
All right,
be okay, man. But
AEK
Arsenal win that game.
from Cyprus. So
And if that happens, then they start to open up a really nice cushion. Like if my predictions Liverpool, Brentford finish draw, and Arsenal win. That's a nice gap already opening up.
All right, all right.
That
So
gives them a nice
Arsenal win.
breathing.
We
Yeah,
agree
I'd
on
give
that.
Arsenal.
Arsenal win. Aston Villa, Man City.
It's a nice game.
Yeah, I think Aston Villa
Um,
they beat Man City last year everywhere they caught them in the past 2 seasons. I think. No, am I mistaken?
who do Villa play in Europe, and who do City, or City played already, right?
Yeah, City play today, so they have the advantage that they are more fresh.
And Villa play when? Thursday?
Yes, sir.
Against
And they're
who?
gonna play Go Ahead Eagles away, which is from Netherlands. Go Ahead Eagles. Easy game. I can tell you this much. Go Ahead Eagles. Nothing to be scared of. A Romanian team.
Um,
A Romanian team, FCSB won versus Go Ahead Eagles, so I'm sure Villa can do better. Um,
Villa City. It's at Villa, right?
yeah, it's at Villa. It's at Villa. Prince could be there.
Draw.
I think I'll give this to Man City. I think they're gonna push. Man City, they're gonna
Who?
push, and City. I think City is gonna win this game. I think that they
Fair
find
enough.
their.
I'll give it a draw.
I think they find their rim in the past 2-3 games.
Okay.
I think against Brighton, they're very unfortunate. That's what I think. Was one of those days you try
Why
and
not?
you shoot and you attack and whatever, and the other guys they just score from nowhere. Those are Leeds United. Usually, those are Leeds United games, But I
We
have
should
to
keep a
bring Leeds
point.
United every.
Oh,
I have to
Are
bring
you right?
Leeds United
Are
every
you
Sunday.
writing down?
Writing down? No,
Are,
it's
are you
recorded.
writing down who said? Yeah.
I mean, we can always review I guess, the episode, and we'll go back to it.
All right. All right. All right.
It's
All right. Let's
only if
keep
you have
track.
patience. If you have patience, to go to to hear all this talk. We already said the Wolves and Burnley. I said we both agree a draw is the best. I think Wolves might have their first win this weekend. But I agree the draw will be better for Leeds United. But whatever, I'm not making the rules. And
Bournemouth Forest.
last game, we already talked
No,
about.
this is
We already
no
talked about.
Bournemouth Forest. This week.
I
You
said
did?
Bournemouth, and you said
Oh yeah,
Bournemouth
yeah,
as well.
Bournemouth. Yeah, 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 yeah. Bournemouth, Bournemouth.
We talk about that. The
Everton.
only the only game we didn't talk about is Everton versus Tottenham.
I don't know why I want to say Everton,
Grealish is back.
but I think that's a little bit too bold, no? Um,
Bro, Tottenham. I don't know what to say about it. I was disappointed about them against Villa game. I don't know why I was disappointed, but I was expecting them to do better because I thought Villa is shit this season. Um,
I'll
mm,
give it a draw.
maybe a
I'll give
draw.
it a draw.
All right. So pretty much the entire Premier League topic ended. I would really like to go fast over the games that was today, Champions League. Um, so let's go over it a little bit one by one because this is fun. This is very very fun. You know. Let's see. I think the first game was Barcelona versus Olympiacos, but I'd like to talk about this game at the end because I have an interesting topic to talk about. So let's keep it for the last. So
Castle Benfica, big
Kairat
game, good big result
Almaty.
for Castle.
No, hold on a second. Let me do. I have here my order. Kairat Almaty against Paphos. I'm sure for many people, these teams are from like where are these teams from? And I can tell
Are
you
they
one is
Greek?
from Kazakhstan and one is from Cyprus. And actually, Paphos won
Ah,
the
cool.
the league in Cyprus, and Kairat Almaty the same thing in Kazakhstan. And Kairat Almaty actually
Nothing,
had
nothing.
pretty good games. Like I think they won the first two games. And one was against Benfica. Um, if I'm not mistaken, let me see. There, for
They
some
really went
reason,
against Benfica.
the internet is so stupid.
No, they lost against Madrid, 5-0. Paphos lost against Bayern 5-1. Then
Oh,
No,
so
Kairat lost against Sporting 4-1.
no,
And
so
Paphos, they drew
right,
against Olympiacos.
right. So actually, they know this is not the team that made the surprise against. I forgot who was the team. Maybe it was not Kairat. Maybe it was another team. Uh, we're gonna go over it. Yeah.
Uh,
All right. So
oh,
this team, I don't know
I think you're talking about Rabat.
which one.
They won against Benfica 3-2.
Yes. What was the team?
Ar Arabat,
Karabakh, and those are
Karabakh.
from Azerbaijan.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, I don't even know where they're from. And they won against Copenhagen. I guess that's
Right.
a decent result.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
They're both decent
For a team
results.
from Azerbaijan, definitely.
They're both decent
Right.
results, to be quite fair.
And okay, so let's talk about Arsenal against Atletico Madrid 4-0. Are you surprised?
Say that again?
Arsenal versus Atletico Madrid 4-0.
I mean, the scoreline is a little bit not in the norm, right?
Right. I would have made it a little bit tighter. I get more closer. But listen, maybe this season Arsenal is gonna be the amazing team of the season. Who knows? Well, what they are missing? They are missing anything. They have a good defense. They have a good goalkeeper. They have a very good midfielder. Maybe they have this striker now that's gonna show up. Because they
I mean,
miss a
I mean,
striker when
Gyökeres
the
scored
last
two
team is.
goals,
Yeah,
so
it
I
builds the
mean,
confidence, right?
I think I feel that's one. Two, I think Europe is definitely going to be better for him because it's a little slower paced, so
Right,
that's going to help him. Okay,
correct. And plus, you play all these small teams that you not in this
I
particular
like the
case,
format like this.
but you also
Uh,
play in some small teams that we can, make that confidence.
you
You can
increase the stats.
pretty much, pretty
You
much. Yeah, that's what it is. Like PSG 2-7 away at Leverkusen.
Arsenal just are a very functional, very good, well-rounded team. They have
I
quality
agree.
and depth everywhere you look at.
I agree
Um,
with that. I think they're very strong, very solid.
yeah, yeah,
Let's
yeah.
move on. Next one. Leverkusen, PSG, 2-7. I mean, 7 goals away at Leverkusen is not Almaty.
PSG last year, I think even the season before they were very good. Okay, very good. Um, when I saw them play, who was it against? Before I think they played Bayern Munich before they knocked out Liverpool, right? Or did they play Bayern after they knocked out Liverpool? Um, but I saw them play a few games in the Champions League, even when they weren't doing good. because they didn't start off too good. It's not like they were on the top when they snuck into the knockouts. They were just, I think they made it the last two games into the knockouts. Um, they look good. They are a very, 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 very fast, mobile, good moving, tricky players. Um, I think it's going to be. I think they're definitely in the conversation to be favorites to win it. A hundred
Again.
percent. A hundred
Yeah,
percent.
I see them favorites as well. I mean, there are a few teams there, obviously, but they are one of them, right? Now, let me ask you something. Like, I mean, this question just came in my mind right now. Why United didn't go for um what's the name of the coach of PSG?
Enrique,
Luis Enrique, correct. So why they didn't go for him before the ball guy?
I think if you're an astute manager, and when what I mean by an astute manager, we're talking about like the upper echelons of managerial that you're already managing. Because Enrique, before he was at PSG, he was at Barca, no?
Right.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know
Um,
if he went directly or he had some time. I think it was a Spain in between. He was the
but
manager.
it's safe to say that he knows the inner workings of a big club, like
Oh
Simeone
yeah.
at
Yes.
Inter, um, all the managers that off camera I spoke about that I would be interested in, right? I think all the
No,
top
you
managers,
said Simeone at Inter. He was a player at Inter, but I don't think he coaches Inter. Simeone, I probably talking about Inzaghi.
Inzaghi,
Okay, Inzaghi. Yeah.
okay, Inzaghi,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, Inter is a big club, right? They have their own pressures in the big city and the big rivalries, and
Sure.
they're in Europe
He
and they
won
try to compete. And
one title
yeah, and he got very close to winning the Champions League on two separate
twice.
occasions. Yeah.
Right.
So when you're looking at that upper echelon of manager, I think they look at United, especially since Mourinho left. Um, and they say it's like a poison chalice. Um, that they're looking at it from afar, and nobody really wants to touch it. Okay, everybody is afraid to touch it,
I
and
mean,
that's why
would have been the best challenge, man. I mean, if I am coach and
Alex, I agree with you, a hundred
and one
percent.
of the biggest clubs besides Real Madrid, I don't think
Maybe they
whoever
didn't approach him.
or
I I I I
maybe
I think
I
United
think
have
United don't have also. They're like Leeds is like the little sister of Manchester United because I think the whoever is there in the top who makes decisions, I think they're not good.
maybe they spoke to him and maybe his ideas were too radical, or
Radical. I
maybe
mean, that's what United needed. The radical.
yeah, but with radical also you need to have the budget to fulfill radical, right? That's one, and you
Bro,
need to have a manager.
let me
And I
tell you
think
this much.
United isn't that propaganda wheelhouse.
United spend still a lot with no budget.
That's because we can.
But that's what I'm saying. What
Yeah,
radical
but
is with the
but
budget?
but Enrique might need a certain level of player to play his system
Who?
that if he looks at the squad coming into United, he might go down the roster and say, out of the 24 players that you have, 18
How
of
much?
them I don't want.
How much money did the PSG actually invested in these people that they have right now?
PSG,
Yeah.
I don't know how much money
How
they
much do they pay
invested.
on Doué? 'Cause he's an amazing kid.
I don't know.
Barcola, I think he's coming from the academy, right?
I mean, you could look at well, what is it,
They
Maltinho
they
from
they bought
Wolves.
this guy Varskelia. I think they paid 60 million. Uh, that's a
He
good deal.
probably, I don't think he was ever approached. Okay,
Let me
now
see.
i-
Let
if
me see how
if
much was
this guy if this guy doesn't work out, I would say he's definitely probably in the conversation. Okay.
Hmm.
I'm hearing a lot of let's say like Thomas Frank, the guy who went to Spurs United, were looking at him. I don't think I think you need a big personality to manage United. You, as much as I didn't like Jose Mourinho and he was very the wrong character personally on
Mm.
like a human level. Toxic to manage a club like United, not humble. It was all about him. But he had the ego, the aura to be Klopp. He
Right,
has that aura.
right, right, right,
Okay. Um, Ancelotti, he has that aura. Mancini, he
right,
has that aura.
right.
Um, Enrique, I don't know enough about him to see if he does have that aura about him.
I mean, I don't know. He won two Champions League, no?
Who? Enrique?
Enrique. Yeah, did he?
And Zidane won three.
Okay,
So
Zidane. Wow, yeah.
I
Real
think
Madrid
in
won
I
15. Okay, I
he
10
might
of those, 10
but
of
he
those were
might
given to them
he
like that.
he he might not want to come to the Premier League.
Listen, I don't want to talk about Real Madrid because Real Madrid are the biggest thieves in the entire history of football. So I don't
Uh,
want to talk about Real Madrid. Real Madrid, it's the biggest club, sure, but in the same time, the biggest thieves from all those 15 trophies. If they deserve five, bro, five. If they deserve five, but
you know what you know who I want to give an honorable shout out to?
sure, go ahead.
Coventry City and Frank Lampard.
Okay,
It they look decent, and I hope for Lampard's sake that he found home because
okay,
he strikes me as a guy who's very bright, who's
looks like.
who's very smart.
Actually, I had a chance to see him here in a restaurant in New York City because he used to play for New York City, right?
Yeah,
I saw
yeah,
him in a restaurant in Soho.
mhm.
So I
Great
think
player, and I think he's astute. I think
I
he
don't remember who I
speaks.
was, and he was
Where
coming
meat
off
packing,
of
yeah.
his
Oh,
wife.
so
Yeah, in that area, I think it was in Soho. So he was coming out with his wife from the restaurant. I was outside, and he look at me. I look at him, and there's like, I want to say like, oh, what an amazing player, And we just smiled to each other and said cheers, and then like, okay, he smiled, and he went back. Very cool guy.
yeah,
Uh,
he seems like a humble enough person, but at the same time, he knows what he wants. He has that aura about him, and
right.
it would be nice to see him do well because
Oh,
I
listen,
think
he did
it'd
very
be
well
interesting.
at Derby before, right?
He
But
almost
it
got
didn't
them
work
up.
out. It didn't work out for him. Uh,
He almost
at
got them up.
Hmm?
He almost got them up, but it just didn't work out for him. You know who I like too? Uh, I like Scott Parker at Burnley.
Yeah, yeah, not bad.
I, I like Scott Parker at Burnley. I like him too. But listen, PSG are very much favorites to win the Champions League, in my opinion. I would
Right.
toss Arsenal in there
But
for
I mean,
sure.
I'm a little bit shocked about 2-7 against Leverkusen. Leverkusen could be not a decent team. Could be a decent team that is not like
It's
Copenhagen or
Bundesliga, Deutschland. You know, like you don't know what type of real competition there is. You got Bayern Munich stomping all over everybody over there. In all honesty, five
yeah.
ones.
Maybe if you think about it, 2 years ago, these people didn't lose one game in the season. So
Yeah,
regardless if it was in the Europa League or if it was in the league, they
it,
had the one invincible season.
I tell you what's the shock of this round
I
is
think the first
Napoli.
game they lost was in the final of the Europa
Who
League.
who
Leverkusen.
Leverkusen.
Yeah.
They had
two
an amazing
seasons
season
ago.
last season, and it
Oh, I
just ran
forgot
out on.
who won 2 seasons ago the Europa League, but
I forgot who they were playing against. I don't remember. I don't remember.
maybe
The
some
shock of
English
the
club, no?
round, the shock of the round was definitely Napoli PSV. That was that was shocking. That was
Wow, 6-2.
yeah, that was shocking.
Wow,
That was shocking.
wow,
That was
wow. I'm so
definitely
happy.
shocking from them.
I'm so happy because for some reason I don't know. I the way Napoli won the league last season, Inter were so bad, but they had everything in their hands and
They
they
lost it
did
right at the end.
yeah.
They lost it right at the
They
end.
they play some stupid team, they lost and that's it.
They lost it
Ah,
right at the end.
so
Nice to
Dortmund.
see McTominay doing well.
Hmm?
Nice to see McTominay doing well.
Yeah, I don't care about that. Dortmund versus Copenhagen. 2-4.
Standard,
Right. Newcastle Benfica. 3-0.
solid.
I know.
Where did I
But
put
what do
Castle?
you think about
Eighth?
Mourinho, man?
Huh?
Think about Mourinho.
Ah,
Overrated.
he's
He's
done.
done.
He's
Yeah,
done.
that's the word. That's the
He's
word.
done.
I agree with you
He
100%.
circled.
I think he was done since he left Chelsea. Second time.
Yeah, I know. I think he was done after Madrid, to be quite honest with you. But he won a league at Chelsea again. I mean, listen, at United,
Yeah.
he at United he
Didn't
won two
hold on a
trophies.
second. Didn't he won with Inter after Real Madrid?
Didn't he? No, he went to Madrid after Inter.
Yeah, from Inter.
Yeah,
All right.
I don't think he should have ever left Inter, but he should have stayed over there.
I think he should have stayed there for forever and win
But
all the leagues
he's
and all the internal leagues and all the Champions Leagues. You know.
yeah. But he's done at the top level. He's done.
No, very stupid decision to go to Spurs.
He should come to Leeds.
Nah, I don't want him.
I would take him over Farquad.
He's done.
Farquad.
No, I want Farke to go to a big team with a big budget. I'm curious. I'm dying out of
Yeah.
curiosity. I'm dying out of curiosity what this guy will do
Listen.
at a
Liverpool
big
might be
club.
in the market for a new manager, you know?
Who? Liverpool? I'm sure Klopp is gonna recommend him. Actually, they're pretty buddies, and I was surprised the respect this manager gets from Klopp and Pep Guardiola.
I mean, they're not gonna talk bad about the guy, you know?
I mean, he's a cool guy.
That's for sure. I mean, Man City, Villarreal, standard City victory over there.
Right, but Villarreal is not. I mean, it's not the same Villarreal, I guess, that beat United, but it's still Villarreal. You know, they always surprise. This Spanish team always surprise in the game, but apparently now both of them they lost against English teams, Villarreal and Atletico Madrid.
You know, Liverpool have a very interesting few games coming up.
But
Very interesting few games, like
and then you have Saint Union Saint Gilloise versus Inter
the
0-4.
Belgium team.
The Belgian team which has the same owner as Brighton.
Against Inter, standard.
Yeah, Inter with the Romanian coach Cristian Chivu. I don't give him much hopes, but
Just plugging away.
hopefully.
Who do you think is gonna win, Madrid or Liverpool?
Let's talk about tomorrow games.
All right,
Let's
fair
talk
enough.
about
I'm
tomorrow
jumping.
games.
I wanna.
When we finish these ones, they're finished, no? They're finished today. Games they finished.
They play Frankfurt next, right?
They play Frankfurt tomorrow
No, they'll win.
away.
They'll win. They'll win. They'll win.
Isaac winning goal.
No,
No,
the one.
Wirtz winning goal. I'll do this bet.
Athletic Club against Karab. Flying high.
Yo,
Um,
Karabakh is gonna win this game against Athletic Club.
all right.
They're gonna be
Galatasaray
the supers of
Boroglint.
the league. They're gonna be on the first place in the group.
Okay, nice. I think Galatasaray beat Godo Boroglimt.
Right, bro. Galatasaray has a very good team.
Yeah.
Sane, they have the other guy from Napoli,
Only
Osime.
Sane is over there. That's crazy. It's not.
Right?
Chelsea Ajax, what do you think?
I think Chelsea. I don't think Ajax, they were struggling so bad, I think 2 years seasons ago or last season. They
That's a nice
bet
game.
they barely
Um,
made it.
but that should be a nice game, Chelsea Ajax. Should be nice.
Club Brugge actually they have very good results. And they
Yep.
play against Bayern Munich, but I think Bayern Munich are very solid. Let me give you this. I think Harry Kane it's up to some to break some records because I think he's having a phenomenal uh
Seems better
season.
than Hoyland so far. Than Haaland, I mean.
The Haaland, right, right. But
He's got 12 goals in the Bundesliga
right,
already.
this season.
I
So how
don't know
many
how much.
has Haaland? Haaland has 19 already.
No, he does. I think Haaland has 12 in the Premier League or 11.
No, but overall, the entire season, I think he has 19 or 20 or 22. He
I
he
wouldn't be.
scored like I don't know, like I don't know how many goals for Norway. He has like
Oh, you're including international.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I'm not including international. I don't know. I mean,
I mean, whatever. The you say how many goals versus games,
no,
regardless
fair
if
enough. I know he had a game. I think he scored three or four or five, something
right,
like that, right?
5 goals or
Against San
something.
Marino. Against who was it?
No, against Moldova.
Come on.
That's what I'm saying. But okay, so Mr. Kane has a chance against Club Brugge. Didn't England play against Andorra or someone like that, or against
Yeah,
some?
but I mean, this
He didn't play, right? He was injured.
it's like beating up little kids. It's not fun, you know.
Right. But yeah, play against who was that? Gibraltar. It's
Really,
but that's but that's the
it,
point.
it,
How England plays against Gibraltar when they are both in the same crown?
I don't know.
Like it's like
Madrid,
England versus
Juventus.
Scotland.
What do you think over there?
Huh?
Madrid, Juventus. Those
Oof,
those those
this is a good
crooks, those
game.
thieves, those prisoners. What do you think about them?
Bro, wow, exactly. That's exactly what I said. That's the game of the mafia.
That's the game of the mafiosos.
Oh my God, Real Madrid on one side and Juventus, the biggest mafian club ever invented. They make it as like the student club because that's what it means. Juventus means the young people club, which was like students,
I
like
think
a
Madrid
college club.
take it.
Real Madrid.
Yeah, Madrid
Yeah,
take
I
it.
think the referee they're gonna give them two penalties and they're gonna win the game, like always,
Sounds
always.
standard.
Exactly.
Sounds
And then you
standard.
have Sporting Marseille.
That's a nice game.
Yeah, actually, Marseille have a pretty decent season in France. They're not bad.
It's a nice game.
What about Monaco Tottenham?
That's another nice game. Sporting Marseille. I'm gonna go with Marseille. Monaco
I think
Spurs. I will go with what did Monaco do so far last
they
few games?
won. I think I don't know.
2-2 against City.
Right,
Impressive.
right.
And what did they do before that? Club Brugge. Ooh, they lost 4-1 to Club Brugge. Wow,
All right.
that's not good.
Yeah, I think Club Brugge they have very pretty good season.
That's not good at all. Wow. Um, what do we do over there? What do we do?
But draw. They deserve another draw.
Yeah, yeah. Let's
So
do a draw.
Bayern Munich is gonna win against Club Brugge, right?
Say that again.
Bayern Munich is gonna win against Club Brugge.
Was that a question?
It was a question.
Of course, Bayern, yeah, 100%. 110.
110. They lost against Atalanta. But okay.
Who,
Um,
Bayern?
no, Club Brugge. After they beat Monaco, they lost against Atalanta. So Atalanta, Slavia Praga. What do you think? Atalanta.
Atlanta.
Right. I agree. I agree. All right. I think everything is concluded. Unless you have anything to add.
An amazing weekend for all United fans around the world. Enjoy it.
Right.
Doesn't happen too often,
As it
unfortunately.
lasts. As it lasts.
Does it last? Do we beat Brighton and celebrate the Liverpool victory even more? Or do we lose against Brighton and we go back into meltdown mode?
Right.
Um, was a
We'll
pleasure
wait
to do
and
this
see.
with you. Okay. I'm looking forward to many, 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 many more episodes
Oh,
and
100%.
interaction with the community, with the followers, with 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 the foot the football, the goal line gab, uh connoisseurs.
Yes, supporters. The GoalLine Gab supporters. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching our first episode. This is Alex. We have Chris
Yes,
right there. So it was a pleasure. We are having our fun for sure.
it's all about fun. That's all this is about. Just fun, talking, good laughs, and I guess we'll learn, Ale.
Passionate and very passionate topics. Like I can't even tell them anymore.
We will,
Yes.
and we'll get better at this as we go,
As we
and
go, yeah,
and a little bit more formatted and a little bit more concise and more argumentative. And
maybe.
today we were very polite.
Oh, I
Next,
said shed many times. I was like a little bit
yeah,
concerned.
but we were very polite, like very
I,
polite.
I
Next
think
weekend will be a little
I was
bit
concerned. I was like
more.
saying so much. I'm like I need to find a new word. Uh,
But good night, everybody. Pleasure, and
next
looking
week.
forward to the results over the weekend. And the tomorrow's football and Thursday's football, and I'm sure we'll have a lot to talk about.
Definitely. So see you guys next week. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Cheers.